Hello, you fuckheads and retards. Welcome to another exciting edition of my show. The name of this show is News of the Day. It's devoted to taking the big stories in the news cycle and giving them a biblical slant. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. I only have 50 subscribers, but I'd like to say to the subscribers, thank you for subscribing. Anyway, let's get on with the show, shall we? Today's big story happened in Pennsylvania. A 20-year-old assassin, would-be assassin, almost killed President Trump. Now, I've been predicting, if you go back to some of my earlier videos, that the deep state have tried everything to get Orange Donald to exit the world stage. They've called him a Russian spy. They've got him on, Jeannie Carroll, the big rape story. Stormy Daniels, impeachments. They tried to take away Trump Tower. They're doing everything to get rid of Donald. And the only thing left is to kill him. So I've been telling, I said it on one of my first podcast, or not a podcast, a YouTube video. I said, hey, this is the next logical step. They got to kill him. And it came this close today. It got him right here, right in the ear. And I think it's just because he turned his head at the last minute. It's funny, I live in South Korea, so Fox News had his speech on. It was like at 7 in the morning, somewhere around then. And I was watching it. It's Sunday here. I was watching it, and then I said, holy crap. Are those gunshots? And then Trump ducked down, and nobody knew what was going on. And then I said, wow, they just shot the president. Anyway, before I get into this story, I got to admit to you, by these standards, by today's standards, I'm probably considered one of those conspiracy theorist nuts. For instance, I don't think Lee Harvey Oswald was the lone gunman. I think that he obviously had people pushing him forward into this venture who were part of the venture. And when he said, I'm a patsy, I believe that. I'm not saying he wasn't part of it. I'm saying I think it was a conspiracy to murder the president by many people. And then when Jack Ruby shot Oswald, when we found out Ruby had terminal cancer, I don't think anyone was shocked. And I believe that Jeffrey Epstein didn't hang himself in prison, which would make me a conspiracy nut, I guess. And I don't believe that Joe Biden got 81 million votes. To me, it seems outrageous that he got 81 million votes. Again, I don't have any proof. Just common sense would tell me the old geezer didn't get 81 million votes. And just like today, I don't believe that I believe the shooter was a 20-year-old gunman. But I don't think he was acting on his own. For instance, one of the things I saw on the BBC, I get like 3 news channels. Well, 5 actually. 2 I don't count. One's Chinese news. I live in South Korea, like I said. And one is news from Euro. They call it Euro News. So I get CNN, BBC, and Fox News. So I was flipping through my 3 stations, and BBC, there was a guy, a witness, saying, look, we saw him climbing the building, this guy. He had a rifle. He was going up onto the roof. And we kept telling the cops, hey, look, there's a guy going with a rifle going up on top of the roof. So that's one thing that is very unusual. The next thing, of course, is that this rooftop is only 130 yards away from the speech site, right? The stage where Donald Trump was delivering his speech. and nobody cleared it. So you're talking 100 to 150 yards is where a sniper wants to be. That's considered an easy kill shot. And they never cleared it. They never cleared the building. They never went over there and secured it or anything. That's perfect access for anyone with any type of training to go up there and blow the guy's head off. And he almost did blow the guy's head off. He came this close to blowing off his head. I heard one guy say that, oh, it must have been some fat, out of shape Antifa guy, because a real sniper would have just done the job no problem. I don't believe that. I don't think that shooting a human is anything like shooting a target, because a target is stationary. Humans move. Like I'm moving now. Like maybe you're aiming for my head and suddenly I'm talking to a crowd and I'm pointing to this guy and I'm moving over here. So no, I don't believe that at all. I think that it was a decent shot, and thank God the guy missed. That's what I believe. And you only get a certain amount of time because there are snipers above the stage where Trump's speaking. As soon as they saw it, they took him out. You know, so what we've just witnessed, in my opinion, is a coordinated attempt by the deep state, the U.S. government, to murder a presidential candidate. And listen, you know, before you get all nonplussed, I love that word, by the way, nonplussed. Before you get all nonplussed, it's happened before. They took out the Kennedys, and somebody shot George Wallace, and, you know, the list goes on. They shot Reagan. Not the deep state. Well, with the Kennedys, it was the deep state. But, you know what I'm saying, more or less. This was again, let's go back to what I'm saying here. This was people in the U.S. government who tried to kill a man who's running for president. And I have no doubt about it. You might say, well, people make mistakes. Maybe the Secret Service had a bad day and they forgot to clear the building. Man, that's a bad day. Yeah, I would assume they have protocols. You know, they probably have a list. We got to do this. We have to do that. We have to do this. But again, it goes back to that idea. That's the perfect kill zone for a sniper. Between 100 and 150 yards. That's the thing. That's what gets me. You would think that anyone running that scene would know that. You got to clear it to a certain level, right? And the last thing I want to say, which is also suspicious, Trump's people kept asking for better security, more Secret Service agents. From what I understand on the news today, they've been asking this for a while. And they keep getting the screw you, this is all you're getting. Right? Screw you, this is all you're getting. From this administration, right? It's really weird. It's really weird to watch this, to see this happen before your eyes, and to realize that the people responsible are probably going to go home tonight, have a chuckle while they're eating dinner in Washington, D.C. You know? So, anyway, that is my spiel for today. Let's put a biblical spin on it. And I'm going to go to Romans, Paul, when he says, no one is good, not one. And he's including himself. I'm going to tell you something about people. All of us, we have an evil nature. And when we get stuff, we want to protect it. Stuff could be power. I have this power. And I have this position in life. And this orange Cheeto man is trying to take it away from me. So what am I going to do? Right? That's what they're saying to themselves, in my opinion. I have this. And no one's going to take it from me. So the orange Cheeto man has to go. Anyway, That's how I see it. I'm at 10 minutes. I don't like to go over 10 minutes. But if you like this video, press like. And if you want to subscribe, please press subscribe. And please feel free to leave a comment. Even if you think I'm a douchebag, just write it down there. Just say, you know something? You're a douchebag. And that's all I got for today. God bless you, and I hope you have a wonderful life. See you later. Bye-bye.